Hardleg and his friends, they're gonna play a lot of games. It's Legsplay.
Hell yeah! There we did! Ooh! Ooh, I wish I had time to see how many tries that
Only took 37 tries.
We got it! Welcome back to Legsplay. We got a giant horse. I'm done. Fuck that. Let's get out of here. Our ratings are the highest they've ever been. Please come back and try again. I beat all the courses.
I have no idea, no interest in trying again.
I have no intention to try this ever again for any reason. We just needed to get some parts so we could do the thing because the side quests, because people wanted to see it, and to be honest, I kind of wanted to see it because I've never done a lot of these. I never would have thought to try to watch TV on the flutter. So, oh hey, there are more people at the museum because it's popular, I guess. Kick.
Hey, baby.
That's quite a find you've got there.
Oh.
It's called a giant horn. Maybe you've
That's
seen
what
some
I
rich
call it.
people on TV with these on display in their houses.
No.
They're worth a lot.
I've only watched
Could you let
TV
me put
twice
it
and
on
I saw
display
myself in a
here,
bank robbery.
please? Thank you
So much!
I bet
Bet
there are a
there
lot
are
of
a lot of
people
people
who
who
come
come
to
to
see
see
this.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Comment in the comments if you came to see this.
Did you come
You're
to see
a
this?
digger, right?
What?
If you find something interesting on one
I
of
thought
your
you said the
kits,
other thing would be,
bring it here and show me. I'll evaluate it for you, and if it's really nice, I'll put it on display here.
I thought the war was over. I like go and come back, or do I gotta like talk to Roll first and have her develop something and then?
Oh, you need to go, you finish the gang hideout. Now, travel to the Carden Ruins and find the largest hill. There's a tree on top of the hill. At the top of that hill is a beetle. Pick it up and return to the hideout in the plains. Give the beetle to Jim in exchange for the old heater. And then grab the old heater from their pile of junk. So go to the Carden Ruins at once!
The ruins? Or the Carden Forest?
It says Carden Ruins.
Okay. Support card. Go to the Carden Forest. I assume the ruins are nearby. I mean, I guess we'll find out.
This time on Legadeck.
Water deck.
You didn't want to do that because it was too close to Grumpcade.
Yeah, even though they stopped doing that.
Did they stop doing Grumpcade?
Yeah. They've got other things they do now. 10-minute power hour. And quality content, they call it. They just have a show called Quality Content.
I'll show you some quality content.
Beetle!
You found a beetle.
There we go. Roll! Okay, Mega Man, I'll come see. It's not like I have things to do.
It's not like I was organizing my sex toys.
Let's go City Hall. You can't fight City Hall. You can't fight corporate America. They are big and you are small. They can't fight City Hall.
You really can't, like, out where I used to live, there was they have a pit bull ordinance. No pit bulls are allowed in town.
The Mystic Orb and the Marlwolf Shell were used to make the Shield Arm. Used for defense. It can protect you from enemy attacks. I'm sure it'll come in handy. I mean, let's see what it looks like.
Somebody went to the Board of Aldermen meeting and was like, you know, if we got a signature with enough petitions on it, you know, would you guys be willing to, you know, either amend or completely remove the pit bull ordinance? And they were like, no. We don't care how many signatures you get. If you want to change the law, then you need to run for the board yourself and change it from within the government.
Ah.
And I was just like, that's kind of an asshole attitude to have.
How come they don't want pit bulls?
Because they're considered dangerous.
Ah.
That's the controversy about pit bulls right now. Is like, a lot of places don't allow them. My apartment complex doesn't allow them among like other dog breeds.
Whoa. That seems weird. Wow.
Because there's a myth that they're like, I mean, there's not a myth, it's a debate. Like, are they really dangerous or are they really not? And depending on who you talk to,
any
like
dog is dangerous if you train it wrong.
Well, the thing people will say is,
you want to trade it for this old heater I've got here? Sure.
You know, people will say, well, Chihuahuas and like small dogs are actually more aggressive, but if a Chihuahua bites you, you know, it's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
If a pit bull bites you, it can kill you. Yeah, especially if you're like a little kid. There was just some article I read on the news the other day that said, this couple that was like babysitting their niece or their like nephew or something who was like real little. They stepped out of the room to go get like a controller for their PlayStation or whatever, and they came back and the pit bull had the kid's neck in his mouth and he was clamping down on it and the kid died.
Oof.
And they were like, we were literally out of the room for a minute and the pit bull's been around, you know, kids for the last 12 years and never had an issue with them at all. And so some people are like, well, what could what would the kid do to the dog, you know, that would have provoked it? People are like, a kid's not going to do any, you know, to get the dog from like just past growling and barking to like straight up, I'm going to kill you mode. Like a little infant isn't going to be able to do anything to that dog to do that.
Let's see.
See, there is a Card and Ruins option.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
But we already went there. We got the beetle. We're good.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing with pets in general. It's like, you know, especially when you're around pets a lot, it seems like they really understand things. But they really don't. They really are just like wild animals. Like, you know,
yeah, they're domesticated to a point, but like they're still animals.
I remember I had a cat, and I was like laying on the floor.
Was this Shadow?
No, this was before. We called her Lizzie.
Okay.
Like I was laying on the floor watching a movie, and came up, like, sat on my leg. I was like, oh, okay. And then it, like, halfway through the movie, it came and, like, sat on my chest. And then it, like, crawled closer. It was, like, just sitting, like, right up near my neck. And then, for no reason, it just suddenly, like, scratched my face. I was like, what? I, like, threw it off. I'm like, what the hell? We were just laying here.
Fire pot and put it on display.
We'll just call it a fire pot.
Thank you so much.
I bet there are a lot of people who come to see this.
There are a lot of people who...
Now you're supposed to leave the museum, re-enter it, and there's some gal in a green thing that gives you something.
Okay, the museum entirely, or just
I would just leave anything entirely.
Well, let's try it. Okay.
But yeah, so a lot of cities and towns have ordinances like you're not allowed to keep pit bulls because they, you know, they're involved in a lot of maulings and fatalities.
Underground dogfighting arena. Green vest.
But they said green.
I wonder what this is. It's wonderful, whatever it is.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
It looks like something made out of a science fiction movie, doesn't it?
San Francisco movie.
Ah.
I'm gonna try back upstairs.
There we go. It needed a second to realize. We came here to have one of my uncle's statues evaluated. It's an old crystal figurine. Says there's a terrible power sealed inside. We're thinking about getting rid of it. You want it?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. But don't blame me if something happens to you because of it. The prism crystal. That's so weird. Just like, man, I would have talked to her expecting her to give me something, but I never would have thought that, like, oh yeah, and then one random NPC up here. Just goes to show how much stuff is in this game.
If you play Pokemon Omicron, and I'm assuming Zeta is the same way.
Yeah.
In Pokemon games, there's the device called the Experience Share.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you can put on one of your Pokemon and you don't have to use it in battle, but it'll still get experience if you're in another battle. Well, Ethan played through the entirety of Zeta. He's beat it, and he's like, there's no Experience Share in this game. And I googled it because I'm trying to level up my Dratini, which levels up so ungodly slowly.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, you have to go to this one town and talk to a Bidoof in the corner of this one building. It's like, not a person, a Bidoof. You just talk to a random Bidoof.
Huh, it says I need something else for the crystal thing. To the internet! Okay, so we've got to get a couple more things to get the laser sword. We're nearing the end of the game. I want to try to get all the special weapons because people wanted to see all the side quests. I don't think we could do all of them because I just don't know how to look them all up. And I don't really have the patience because a lot of them are just like, take this thing here. But I want to at least get all the weapons. So we're going to try to do that. I think you said one, to do it, we need to trade an item, or we need the weapon plans, and you said those are in between, like at the link.
It says Portal 2, Portal 3, Carbon Woods link, or whatever.
Yeah, so I assume that's like one of these places. Like the link between... Because all the ruins are actually linked together via this, and there's like chests in between them. So if we just go around from ruin to ruin... Generator part, we'll eventually find it. And then the comic book, you said it was in the Yas Plains. I don't remember where that is, but I think that's the same area that has the, whatchamacallit, the Jim's hideout in it, because Roll can't take you up there. Oh.
It's a Reaver Pooch.
I know where we're at. We're in the, whatchamacallit. I didn't know these were all linked together. I guess all of them are linked together. Okay. But this is the one place where we ran into...
Oprah?
Oprah, yeah.
Joe Biden?
I wish. And did you see that clip of Joe Biden when he lost, whatchamacallit, Nevada?
Mm-mm.
There are a lot of... There's a clip of him where he's, like... He's giving a speech, and he seems, like, really out of it. And he's like, my name is Joe Biden, I'm running for the United States Senate, and, you know, if you like me, vote for me, and if you don't, vote for the other Biden. And people were like, are you okay, Joe? Like, you're running for president, not Senate. I mean, I know you've been a senator for a while, but... Okay. Oh, hey. That connects to that. Okay, so... There we go. Hopefully this doesn't lead me to the next boss or whatever. Oh no. This is the... Damn it. I didn't mean to! Hopefully we can still do stuff with the... with this open. Okay. Damn it. Fuck it. I'll just use the fucking thing.
Fuck it, we'll do it with guns.
Oh, thanks. It's just what I never wanted. I mean, I guess it's money. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I played this on stream. I had a very short stream. And there's all these little things, like, on the roofs, so you have to, like, explore around. Unlike the other ones, where it was fairly clear what you had to do. Nope, you're almost there. Okay. Hey, health. That's what I need. And money, too, but mostly health. I'm gonna get this prism weapon or whatever, and then make it the best that I possibly can. Dead. Oh, my vacuum.
Deader than dead.
I'm missing tiny amounts of thing.
Open fire!
Maximum energy. Fuck. That's like if we're trying to use the drill arm again. I should just have learned that the drill arm is not for, like, actual combat. It's just to be shot at things. There we go. There's a guy
Megaman,
up there.
there's a pole up there.
There's a guy up there. Kill him. Kill everything. We're here to genocide the robots.
Could use the drill on the antenna.
I'm somehow I feel like I would still get hit. Yep. He didn't thunk so good. Well, that's because, what was it, those little guys control the big guys. If you destroy the little guys first, then they can't do anything. Meanwhile, Waddle Pooch over here is having a bad time. Circle Strafe. You didn't think that kids would be able to operate this as well because it's tank controls. But look at me, you didn't expect a 35-year-old to come in here and completely dominate. Yay.
That sounded like a door opening somewhere.
That was the easiest one of these three.
Yeah. It's the easiest, you just gotta, like, find everything. Hopefully getting this key doesn't, like, lock me off from everything else in the world. You found the Watcher key.
There. This should be the last key.
Hopefully. Do-do-do. Okay, back to what I was doing. Find a comic book. Back to finding a comic book, I see. No. Pitbulls! Can we ban the musical artist Pitbull as well?
Sure.
Mr.
ban
Worldwide.
We can ban all rap and hippity hop.
What? No, I like Macklemore.
Macklemore?
At least I liked his first album. Don't mind me, I'm just collecting your... You bastard. Just because I'm trying to collect your friend's cash. No, it's an estate tax.
On the super 1%!
I'm gonna use this to buy things.
The very concept of tax is socialism. Like, people don't understand that. It's the government taking money from you and then redistributing it for municipal purposes. The very definition of tax is socialism.
Yep, I don't think you're gonna convince anyone on this Legsplay. Most of my fans don't even live in America. It's weird. That's like, I've considered saying political statements and stuff because I want to endorse Bernie. Bernie's like my favorite candidate. I hope he doesn't get like assassinated or something. I feel like someone would try to assassinate him. I'll put this out beforehand, just in case it happens. I'll be like, I predicted the future.
The future.
The future. Uh-huh. But it's like, I don't feel like I would really do much of... Okay, this is not where I want to be. Get out of here. Please don't have everything respawn. Damn it. The music respawned. Okay, no. This I already explored. This has nothing. But a tiny bit of health.
Cha-cha-cha!
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm glad I have you here to add these little bits of nuggets of wisdom to just make everything that much better.
I don't know what you want me to say. You're just running around in a circle.
I don't know. Don't you have any topics of discussion?
You were talking about Bernie, and then you were just like, I hope he doesn't die. And it was like, well, that was a natural end of that discussion.
Well, I mean, it's true. I hope he doesn't die. I was just saying, like, I was considering making, like, political statements on the channel, and it's not that I'm, like, afraid of making political statements, it's that I don't feel like they'd be any use. No one's gonna come to me for, like, my political ideals. Although, if you want to talk about my political ideals, comment in the comments. Let me know, and I will write you a pizza roll in the web zone.
I got some pizza rolls
I
in
will
my
explain
underwear
my
if you
beliefs.
want some.
Let's go to City Hall.
City Hall.
Okay, where you said the comic book was behind the junk shop on
And
the
the
plateau.
Yas Plains. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Yas Queen.
A Yasin Queen! Jelly bean!
Whoa, did you see that smoke?
Nope. Was it on the water?
No, it was on the floor.
Smoke.
It was coming out of
on
my
the flooring.
it was coming out of my heels because I was like, wow.
And pints all on the tile.
Like, I'll make sure anyone following behind me.
Is gassed.
No. They just can't see. Okay, so this is the junk shop. Oh.
There's the comic book.
It's just... You found comic book. I think this is the first item I've picked up that's actually spun around above my head. Did they include that just for that one thing? Wee, wee. Okay, so now we've got this. All we need left is to find the thing of the thing of the thing.
The weapon plans.
Yeah. Hey, it's the Action Man with the holographic cover. Please let me have it. I'll let you have this X-Buster 1 part I found. Is that what we needed?
Yes.
Okay. I knew you'd make a good requisitions officer. You can get your X-Buster from over there. Did a good job, Megaman. Let us know what else you find. X-Buster. My name is Harry Buster.
I'm a wizard.
You watch. Wait, I can. I didn't know I could do that. It's like slowly sidestep.
The trees will never see me if I slowly sidestep.
You, what are you doing out here, just wandering in the woods? I wonder if it's safe to stay here. No, it's not. Just come a little close, just walk into...
It's time to be screwed.
It's a drill.
Oh look, another twink.
What's up, Pete? I'm not going home just yet. Why? Because I'm lost. I mean, there's the doors right over there. Also, I'm pretty sure that's a kid. You don't want to be saying those things about kids, Cardsworth. You're going to get in trouble. You're going to get the reverse of Kappa. You're going to get the Apoc after you. That's Kappa spelled backwards.
Do they have cram?
Cram. Not the Mark salesman. Comment in the comments if you have cram. If you lay cram out in the sun for a fortnight, it'll be harder than steel. Harder than steel. Alright, is this it?
There's also a hole in the wall.
Show me potato salad. Buster Unit R.
Not it.
There's a hole in the bottom of the wall. And what's inside but a weapon plans!
There they are.
We did it.
Now,
Do-do.
go to roll, I guess.
Da-do-da-do. Da-do-da-do. Da-do. Diddle-oo, diddle-oo, diddle-oo. And now, surely I can get out from around here, I believe. Whatever, nerds!
Pardon me, excuse me, coming through.
I don't know shit about fuck. How the hell did I get all the way down here? This is not where I thought I was.
That's apparent.
This is much farther away from where roll would be. Okay.
Pardon me again, excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
Fire! And they're just standing there like, did you see that guy? He just rollerbladed past us.
I didn't see anything, Terry, and neither did you.
How often does that happen to the police, I wonder? Is this the one I looked at? Yes. Okay, I just gotta continue down this way. Ow! Why did that hurt me this time and
Hardleg
not any
Gaming.
other time?
Breaking barriers in 2020.
What? Okay. So I've already been in that one, too. I'm just hoping I can come out. I didn't want to go all the way back through. I'm hoping I can find, like, a ruin that, like, you know, is where somewhere roll will go. Whatever. Whatever.
Those little demonic Ottomans.
Whatever. What? No!
Oh.
I said whatever!
I said good day.
This guy. I cannot... Why are you locking on past the wall? I cannot allow this, this insult to go without injury. I must add injury to the insult.
Do it. Do what must be done.
What would you rate the Star Wars movies? If you had to rank them in order.
Return of the Jedi, Empire, New Hope.
Star Wars Christmas Special.
No. Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, Last Jedi.
Ah, Last Jedi's at the very bottom.
Oh, fuck yes. Last Jedi is fucking horrible.
Ah. I like the part where the ship runs into the other ship and it's all like...
A lot of people like that, but it literally takes all drama out of every future space battle. So there's literally a throwaway line in the Rise of Skywalker to get rid of that maneuver.
Like, why don't we do
Because
that?
one guy even he's like, well, why don't we just do another holdo maneuver? And they're like, no, that's a 1 in a million chance. It's never going to work again. Because, like, you just, that maneuver literally eliminates any tension from space battles. It's like, well, why don't we just throw a ship at it?
Main core shard.
There was I watched a video where he was going on about The Last Jedi. He's like, fuck, we'll go back to Return of the Jedi. Like, this cruiser's about to get blown up by the Death Star. Why don't they just warp it into the Death Star? It's gonna get blown up anyway.
I assume there's like a shield or something around the Death Star.
Wouldn't there have been shields around the Star Destroyer?
Was the Star Destroyer firing on them at the time?
They can fire with their shields up.
No. I've watched Star Trek. I know how that works.
In Star Trek, you can fire with your shields up.
No, you have to drop the shields.
No, you don't.
You get to teleport through the shields.
Yeah. Well,
You drop the shield to transport.
yes, but not to open fire with weapons.
I thought that was the same thing.
No. But yeah, like, Last Jedi is an abomination and should never be counted.
What about the Grand Illusion?
Huh?
The Luke's final thing, the Grand Illusion.
Oh, that was dumb.
I liked it.
Like, if you're gonna have him die, why not have him actually show up and fight instead of doing a stupid, like, Force Ghost? Like, Force Skype call.
Do boo do 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 boo do do.
And I just, yeah, it just... Like, everybody complains that, like, Rise of Skywalker had a ton of exposition and just crammed a shit ton of shit into the last movie.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say.
But they had to, because Last Jedi literally gave the movie none of those characters any development.
Oh, what's this?
Oh.
Ah, nothing.
It didn't give Luke, Leia, Rey, Chewie, Finn, Poe. It gave nobody any development as a character.
Rey got development.
Not really.
She learned that she doesn't want to burn everything down. She wants to continue the way of the Jedi. That's why she saved all the Jedi documents
Yeah, they don't.
in her Jedi folder.
Yeah, they just gloss over that though. They're just kind of like, we're not even going to mention that she did that. It's just going to be like, you better not blink or you're going to miss her taking the books.
You found an old launch. Delicious.
At last, the sandwich-heavy portfolio is paying off. I'll take 8. And it's just, yeah, like, Last Jedi just, I actually get really upset when I go back and watch Force Awakens, because Force Awakens, you know, for as derivative as people said it was of A New Hope, and yeah, it does borrow a lot. It's like, hey, it's another Death Star, we're gonna have another little trench run in here. It's like, yeah, they fan-serviced a lot, borrowed a lot from A New Hope, but I thought Force Awakens actually set up a lot of really good promise. You introduce your characters, you tie it in with the old ones, which I wish they would have left alone. I wish they just would.
I wish they would have had a sequel that actually showed like all the Kylo Ren Snoke stuff.
Right, that's the point. Like, Force Awakens set up so much. Like, who is Snoke? Like, he's been training Kylo since when, and how did they come together? Like, we still don't know how they ended up together. Like, even after Rise of Skywalker, like, we don't get any real resolution to the Snoke storyline. They just give you, like, a throwaway line to kind of explain him away.
Well, I assumed he was just another Jedi. Like, that's the thing, is, like, who Snoke is doesn't matter, but seeing how he tempted,
right.
everyone...
Yeah, that would have been good.
And you couldn't have done that after the fact, unless you had, like, a really long flashback.
Right, like, which is why I get upset when you watch Force Awakens, because there's just, like, you know, all these things that they could have gone into and explored in Last Jedi, and Rian Johnson literally threw it away, like, quite literally. That looks interesting.
Hey, money.
Um,
It's a trap box. Hey, it was full of money, though. So it's like it wasn't trapped at all.
like J.J. Abrams wrote rough drafts of 8 and 9 to go with 7, and he threw them away.
Huh.
Like, Rian Johnson threw them away when he got on board for Last Jedi. He's like, nope. So literally every single thing that happens in Last Jedi would not have happened in the movie had he stuck to at least some form. And that was, like, I mentioned this in one of our other Mega Man videos, like, the reason the prequels worked, even if you don't like the CG and the lot of sitting and talking that they did, and the bureaucracy shit, it's like, they had a guiding hand, like the original 3. Even though George Lucas didn't direct all 3, he was still there as a guiding hand for the trilogy. And it was, you know, Disney didn't have that in this new set. They just sort of...
I feel like I'm going in circles.
You appear to be.
I'm a little bit lost. Now I just want to find any exit. But the only one I know, like, where I was at was, like, the one where it was, in the ocean, and, like, we don't have the boat there, so there's no way it's there. Oop, there we go. So, what do you think the next trilogy will be?
Well, supposedly Rian Johnson is still gonna get a trilogy to make it his own corner of the universe, which I would have been fine with. Like, if you want to break the rules and shit and kill a bunch of random characters, like, do it in your own corner. Don't fuck up the established universe. But I don't know if they're going to do any Star Wars movies for at least the next, like, 3 or so years. They've got their Mandalorian TV show on now, which is actually pretty good.
I didn't much care for it.
Did you watch all of it, or did you just watch, like, the first episode?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Give it, yeah, just... I don't know, I like it. They do a pretty good job with it.
Yeah, there's certain qualities that are good about it. It's definitely got, like, good visuals, it's got really good music, the story is, like, simple and easy to follow. It just doesn't really, like, I can't really attach myself to the Mandalorian. He's just, like, some guy. It's like the only reason you have to care about Baby Yoda is it looks adorable. And I guess if you care about actual Yoda, or just care about babies. I guess most people care about babies, apparently. Okay. This guy is full of delicious juice, if I recall. And he's going backwards. Also, I think this is close to something where we can get out of here. Will you just die already? Come back here and take your medicine! What the... Yeah, because that was the thing, like Disney bought the Star Wars license or whatever, and then I was like, okay, well, what do you do? Are you just gonna you spent, like, however many billions on the trilogy or whatever? Or hundreds and hundreds of millions?
Yeah.
And then how much did they cost, and how much did they rake in? And it's like, and then what? I guess I assume they have, like, merchandising rights and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming... I don't know if they took everything, because that was the whole way George Lucas made his money. Like, he didn't get paid to make the first Star Wars. He got paid from the merchandising royalties.
Yeah. That's the way I came. Okay. Let's go in here.
But I just... Yeah, and then, like, Rogue One, I really liked. Like, Rogue One was really good. It was... you know, their first standalone movie, and they played it really safe. They kept it really close to home with the established kind of storyline we might already have known.
Many Banthams died to get us this.
Enough references to the originals to kind of keep the fans engaged. But it was like, it was good. I thought it was really well done. Now, Solo, I thought was terrible. Like, not nearly as bad as Last Jedi, but it's just like, I don't like Solo. And if for no other reason than the lighting is terrible. Like, it's dark. Like, you're on a day planet, like, in the day, and it's dark. Because they just couldn't properly light the movie. I was not a fan of Solo. It was a movie that didn't need to be made. Nobody was asking. It answered a bunch of questions nobody cared about. Like, nobody was asking. Like, where did Han get his blaster? Like, we don't care.
It's just a regular blaster, as far as I know.
Who did Han know before Chewie? Like, you know, we don't care. Like, how did Han get his name? Like, we just assumed that was his name. Like,
yeah,
it's not his name. Like,
his name is Gerald Tinsworth.
I mean, Han's his name, but he didn't have a last name because he had no, like, family name because he was, like,
an orphan?
Slave. He was sort of like a... You read The Lies of Locke Lamora, right?
Yeah.
So you know how they had, like, the kids that would run out and, like, steal from people and bring them back to the main guy?
Yeah.
Like, that's what Han was. Like, did you see Solo?
No.
Okay. So, yeah.
But I don't care about spoilers or anything.
Okay, well, that's basically, like, what Han was when he started. He was, like, this... like, part of this crime syndicate. He lived in, like, a cave or, like, like, tunnels underground. And, yeah, finally. He was...
I got a little bit lost.
So it was just, like, that was how we started. And then, like, he had no family, so he had to, like, give a name to get through, like, a toll booth, basically. And this Imperial guy's like, Han, you're by yourself? Solo. And that's how Han got his name. It's like, instead of just assuming that was his name. Like,
he couldn't actually be named
we
Solo.
don't need answers to the questions we weren't asking.
Item development. This is the big thing. This is what we spent 40 minutes. Da-da-da. The old launcher, the arm supporter, and the ancient book were used to make the spread buster.
Sounds like a shotgun.
Yeah. Multiple bombs simultaneously. In terms of firepower, this is probably the strongest weapon I've made for you yet. X-Buster, Prism Crystal, and weapon plans were used to make the Shining Laser. I had no idea I'd be able to make a weapon this powerful. It almost frightens me.
Ooh.
This is an arm-mounted laser. The beam is so highly focused it'll shoot right through a single enemy and keep on going. You can continue to destroy multiple enemies in one shot. Auto fire, barrel, and generator parts were used to make the auto battery. It'll increase the number of shots you can fire at once. With this, you can fire a constant stream of energy. Okay. So let's check these out real quick. Because that's everything. We didn't even know what the spread buster. Okay, for a second I was like, don't you freeze on me now. In fact,
You want to talk? Yeah, save with the monkey.
Data, save me. Save me, Peter. Yeah, but Solo was one of those things like it's in the same category as Fallout 76, where like as soon as I saw the announcement, I was like, but why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
why? Who would want to do that?
Because conversely, you have like the Kenobi movie. People have been asking for them to make like a Solo Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi movie since before Disney bought the damn thing. Like they were wanting, like, give us more than just this trilogy and like the animated TV show. Let
give us a Clone Wars movie that's not animated.
And Ewan McGregor had been saying for years he was down to do it, and apparently he's been in talks with Disney for years. Like he's just had to keep lying to fans and keep it under wraps, but they finally agreed to it, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna make a movie now, or it's like a TV show or something, whatever they're doing with it. That doesn't look very strong.
Looks can be deceiving. Don't you remember the noisy cricket?
True.
Alright, let's try this out. Yeah, that does look weird. Wow. It doesn't take much energy. And it goes pretty fast. I can't walk while using it. I wonder, do I have like 130,000 yet? Let's see. Special weapons. Enhance. I do! Okay, let's go get that real quick then. Take me to the downtown, I guess. That's close enough to the Apple Market. We'll get this. I don't know, but it's one of those things where with a whole bunch of series, it's like the longer it goes on, the less interested I get in it. It's really weird how that works, where it's like I feel like other people are kind of getting the same fatigue as me. I'm not. Obviously, the movies are still getting very popular, but I feel almost like, you know, the same thing with like Star Trek. Like, there was a time when I was craving more Star Trek, but now it feels like there's so much of it between like Discovery, Picard, and the new movies that I don't care anymore. It's just all the things, or maybe it's just the way they've done it too, because you had Discovery that tried to be new, but they just went completely off the rails. Well, no, even them, like they did a prequel, or like around the same time as Kirk. It's like I don't like the idea that they're just going back and redoing all this stuff. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly Kirk or whatever, but it's still like, oh, we have to deal with the Klingon Empire again? Oh no, not again. It just reset that like conflict over and over again, like Call of Duty, just redoing World War II over and over again. Does the Kevlar vest already just get equipped? Okay, yeah. Kevlar jacket Omega. And then use the rest to make this laser beam super powerful. And yeah, the same thing in the movies, is like everything is going backwards. And even Picard, which is going forward, is still like, we're gonna use Picard and 7 of 9 and all these other characters that already exist. It's like, can we move ahead again? I liked Deep Space Nine, and to a lesser extent, even Voyager somewhat. Like, just make a new show that's like 10 years in the future with a completely different cast. You could do it. I believe in you. Let's see. Special weapons, yeah. So let's enhance this, and I think that'll be it for this session. But next time, we should... Jesus. It's a lot. The range, doesn't it already go all the way across? Okay. Then yeah, we'll just increase the attack power. Oh. I don't have enough. I have enough to increase the range, which already... Okay, well, I guess I can't increase fucking anything then.
Oh,
whatever.
well, that was good.
Anticlimactic. But yeah, either way, next time on Legsplay, we should be just about done with this. We'll be heading into the final thing, and then we can wrap everything up. Then we can go to the next series, which I might be having a poll, because I really want to do that Disco Elysium thing, but I'm not sure if I can get enough people around for it, or if anyone will be interested. And then I have Metal Gear Solid. Try that. It has the same cutscene glitches where everything's like, Snake. What do you think about that? Like, Megaman?
I'm sure lots of people will come to see that.
I mean, it's a little bit bothersome here, but not as bothersome because unlike Metal Gear Solid, this doesn't have 20-minute cutscenes. Maybe I could just skip them. Just show the gameplay. If you want to know the story, play it yourself.
Yeah.
We'll see. Either way, I'm going to unscrew the top of this car.
You need a flathead screwdriver for that, Joe.